Chaitanya, can you give us a brief background about your education, which year of undergraduate you're in, especially your college? I'm sure they've contributed in your learning experience for sure. So can you give us some background about which college you're studying, which year you're studying, which branch you're studying, and things like that?
Like currently, I'm pursuing fourth year of my BTech in SRK Engineering College, Bhimavaram.
Oh, okay, okay. So cool. So I wanted to understand, as a course enrolled student, right? You've been course enrolled with GATE Applied course. What has been your learning experience in terms of your learning journey from the time you started preparing for GATE over the last year or so? Can you walk us through that whole journey, please?
I took GATE Applied course in month of August, like August 22, I think so. From that time, I started learning. I watched your videos like how to score 55 plus in a few months. Like you mentioned the order, right? So, TOC, CD, and I completed subjects in the same order. Like prepared in same order, completed them. First, I tried to complete the whole concepts of every subject. Like it took me about like in even in mid January, I was left with graph theory. I mean, I completed graph theory, but I'm still doubtful about those things. So till mid January, I used to read just concepts. Uh, like from mid January, I used to give daily mock tests, and my uh, in between I used to give one or two mock tests, like before my semester exams, to not to forget what I have read. Did I read completely? Did I get things in right manner? And my first mock test score was like 45. And after that, I completed my SEM exams and again started to prepare for GATE. Um, from mid January, I used to give mock tests like daily. Um, we even got that scheduled for scheduled for a GATE examination. Like I got 2:32 that session, second session. So I know I used to sleep at that time completely. So first of all, I need to control my sleep on that. So I took the exam in those hours, and I used to score very low, like 38, 39 in first three mock tests. Like uh, upon giving daily, like I was accustomed to that model, like 1 mark questions 25, 2 marks questions 30, and aptitude. Like, but after knowing that models, like they didn't give like previous year, they got jumbled.
Yes.
I was a little scared, but I followed that order. Like first 25 questions, next aptitude, because my mind gets relaxed even if I give aptitude, like fully concept oriented questions first 25, and the next 10 questions like aptitude. Like I need to get some sort of relaxation in that aptitude. And next the 30 questions.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So we'll come to your tests. We'll come back to your tests in a couple of minutes. I wanted to understand more about your journey because you started slightly later, slightly, not too late, but slightly later than most people. So while you're going through the concept, were you also solving the practice tests which are inserted in between these after each concept? You didn't do that.
I solved only TOC and CD.
Okay. Okay.
Like for completing TOC and CD with practices, it took me like ending of October. So I thought first I need to get my concepts clear. So uh, I didn't give any practice tests. If the concept is very hard, I used to give.
Got it. Got it. So because you were
The
short
more
on time, because you had less time, you wanted to finish the concepts first and then go back to practicing problems later. Got it. Got it.
I never read GATE applied course notes like you given in your website, because I don't think handwriting is good.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
I made up my own notes. So making up the notes gives me more clarity about the concepts I read. I literally feel that. So it's good. I
So
made notes.
all the notes that you made, that's one type of revision, right? Anyway, logically speaking.
Yeah.
We strongly recommend
Maybe.
students to write notes because nothing beats your self-written notes. That's always true. But by the time you completed all the subjects, it was already mid-January, right? So from mid-January to almost mid-February, right? You are fully on solving problems only. So did you finish all the tests that we had, subject tests, multi-subject tests, all of that, or did
No,
you
no.
have enough time?
I only took mock tests, more mock tests, like 2020 mock tests first and 2021. I think I even didn't complete 2020 mock tests. There are 2 or 3 left, I think so.
Okay, because
And at the last,
got it.
and
Because
at last I used to.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
So I think because you completed by mid-January, you had less time. So it's better to focus on mock tests in the last 1 month. That's a very nice strategy. I also liked your strategy about using aptitude as a way to cool down your mind. That's a very nice strategy. I mean, it's a very unique strategy that I'm hearing, because somewhere after you solve a bunch of questions, you want to relax a little. And aptitude is one place where you can relax a little because the problems are typically easier. It's a very nice strategy.
But like aptitude took me half an hour, I think so, in this personal exam, like GATE exam.
So did you get set 1 or set 2?
Set 2.
So slightly
Set 2.
harder problems and lengthier problems.
Harder in sense, or lengthier, I think so.
Lengthier, yeah, they're
so
not harder. They're trickier and lengthier, I would say. They're not
Lengthier.
actually hard. That's very true. That's very true. So my question is, so given all of this learning that you had, if you were to go back and change something about your preparation, what would that be? I'm really curious.
I would definitely include practice tests.
Okay, so
And,
that's a good point.
like questions, I even try to note that questions I felt, I mean, I'm mistaken, like took a mistake, or I did wrong.
So you made note of, I think there was a small audio lag here. So I'm just repeating what you said. I think you made notes of all the mistakes you made, because they'll help you guide better and avoid the mistakes later time. And I think one more thing probably could be that you could have started little earlier in your preparation, so that there is less stress at the last minute, right?
I think, but I never got so serious about that GATE.
Got it. Okay. GATE was still something that you were taking lightly, even in August, September. Got it. Now, it's very impressive that even though you didn't stress too much about it, you still got a pretty good rank. And that's certainly impressive. I also want to understand, in your BTech, right? I'm sure you would have studied some of these subjects pretty well.
Yeah, all the subjects.
That's very important, because I see that students who have studied their BTech well don't require a lot of time for GATE. Is that true in your case?
I don't say I'll excel in all the subjects, but I know the basics. Like I know what are they, from where do they come from, like which subject. I know the pretty basics thing. So it was easy for me to catch up all those quickly. So that's
surely, if somebody prepares well in their BTech, GATE is significantly easier. I've seen this personally in my own experience, because I prepared well earlier. GATE was significantly easier. That's very true.
I think some exams are far more different than this.
They're different,
GATE,
for
right?
sure. They're surely different. The semester exams are they're subjective. They're not very problem centric. They're more rote learning based. They're very different for sure. So another question I had was, did you utilize the mentorship that we provide as part of GATE Applied course? Did you have any need for it? And if so, where did you use it?
If I get any conceptual doubts or something, I used to mail the GATE Applied team, and they used to reply me back.
Okay. So during your whole preparation, were there times where you felt little low that you're not either completing the syllabus?
Many times.
How did you deal with that?
Like for GATE, I know I should crack the GATE. Maybe like even if I get NIT, I thought I'll go for it. So what I did was I left aside the sem exams or sem classes. Being the pandemic, the classes are online, yes. So I never attended. So every day I used to wake up at 6 or 10. I used to give a small quiz in apps like textbook app. 5 questions, just 5 questions for 8 minutes, I used to give them just to remember quickly the formula based or even concept based, little concept based, right? So that helped me to quickly answer the questions. Like little questions, it would take me seconds, in seconds. And I used to read for morning 6, and I used to give break. I used to get break, and till maybe 7 o'clock till night, evening 7 o'clock. I used to prepare. Sometimes I felt really very low, like due to practice test marks, or even comparing the grand tests. I mean, not grand test, that mock test score. I told you I've attended 2 or 3 in middle while getting the concepts. Uh, their scores was very low. Like I used to be in really 800 ranks or something. Well, the whole course and students were nearly about 900. I used to get 800 or something. So I used to fell low. For continuous reading, like 3 or 4 days, sometimes I felt very low and I left 1 day preparation. I took rest. That 1 day maybe extended to 2 or 3 days. I don't know. Again, I took like I was a little serious, and again I took the.
So you took breaks whenever you felt little low, and then got back to full throttle speed.
Yeah,
So
you can say.
Started in August, roughly in your whole preparation from August to February. How many hours of effort were you putting on specifically for GATE on an average? Of course, there would be some days where you would not work. There would be some days where you would put in more effort, but on an average, roughly, how much time were you putting per day?
Average, I think 6 or 8, maybe.
6
like
to
8 or 6.
Thanks to COVID and also your university, which let you skip some of the classes if possible.
Not some. I skipped everything.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I never attended a class semester.
Okay, but you knew the subjects because I'm sure there would be some overlap between those subjects and GATE subjects.
I don't think new subjects were like IoT.
Oh, okay. So completely new subjects, very little.
Completely new subjects. That's why when Naveen sir or Subbarao sir asked me to give this thing, I asked them, sir, I can't, sir, I'm a little bit busy, please. I kept them waiting. Sorry for them.
No problem. I'm sure you would have your own constraints of time. We completely respect that. Another question that I had was, if the overlap between GATE subjects and your 7th semester subjects is very low, the overlap is very low. So how did you balance your classwork or your semester work and GATE? I'm sure there will be some conflict there, right?
The semester work, they used to give us assignments, or they used to keep quizzes in the middle for internal marks. That friends helped me, like giving answers at cheat sheet. That's okay.
But thanks to your friends and college, which has helped you prepare for GATE better. And also, I think this is one of the good side effects of COVID, that you got to spend 8 hours a day on GATE preparation. Okay, got it. So another question that I had for you was, you said that the first mock tests that you took sometime in November, you got 38 to 40 marks. I'm sure you would have felt low. How did you go from that to performing significantly better by February? What was your strategy to improve the marks?
Until that November or that time, I only learned concepts. I never gave practice tests more. Only practice tests I gave for subjects were TOC and CD.
Got it.
That TOC and CD questions, I used to get high marks. That's no problem. So I thought,
because you did the practice problems.
So I thought if I could give practice tests for these subjects, I would definitely get it. So no problem. I said to myself, it's okay. Come on. If not next year, it's okay.
So I think one very important trait about you is, even in the points where you didn't get good marks, you said the world isn't collapsing. Let me give my best. Worst case, what will happen? I'll get into an NIT, or even if I don't get it, next year I'll prepare. That's a very nice, cool mindset, like a Dravid-like mindset, saying, okay, let's go smoothly, coolly, do our best. That's a very nice mindset to have.
That's motivation is from my brother, like who was ISC. He's also.
Oh, he's also from ISC. Okay, very good, very good.
Like he used to tell me, even if you don't get GATE, you can crack it next year. It's okay, no worries. Like you have a job, you can do it, and you can. While doing job, you will get more serious about GATE, and you will definitely score under 100 or something. Don't worry.
Very good. I mean, thanks to your brother and family, which has kept you motivated. I'm sure nothing beats family and friends when it comes to motivating you, especially if you have a family member like your brother who is also an IISc graduate. I'm sure that's a huge motivation in general. Very nice, Chaitanya. Very nice. So I had one question, which is, what suggestions would you give students who are preparing now for GATE? Very similar to you. What suggestions would you give them on how to best prepare for GATE based on your own experiences?
Like for students who are preparing from like this time from March, they'll get a lot of time for preparing. I'll advise them to complete the syllabus by the month of August, maybe. Like you can sit, relax, watch the videos of applied course, take practice tests, and complete one subject, leave that subject, go to other subject. Like if you don't know the order, like many people don't know the order, how to prepare and which subject to start and which subject. I followed that 55 plus mark strategy. Like it helped me really a lot. Even revisions, I followed that strategy only while revising the subjects.
Very good. I mean, we've seen that work. We've seen that strategy work miraculously well, not just for our students, even for students who are preparing for GATE from other resources. It's a very nice strategy. We really like it personally. Like if I were preparing for GATE, I would use it again. Yes. Any other suggestions you have for these students?
Take practice tests at the end of that and complete all the subjects and go for the practice tests in test series. Like after them, go to test, or you can complete like, because completing the concepts and giving practice tests, some practice tests, you'll get some clarity, and after giving that test series, you'll get full clarity. Otherwise, you will end up in one or two subjects only getting those clarity. If you give it test series also, you would complete only 2 or 3 subjects.
So that's a very nice strategy. Basically, start early, give the practice test so that you gain the confidence, and try to finish as soon as possible. If you can finish by August, again, finishing by August is not easy. A lot of people finish by November or so, but finish as early as possible and practice tests or basically your test series after that, in an essence. Very nice strategy. I'll also recommend your aptitude strategy to some students who ask us, because I really liked it. It felt very innovative when I first heard from you.
And I would ask them to give questions from Gate Overflow.
Yes, that's a very nice resource.
The Gate Overflow, you can see 1 or 2 explanations for the same question. Like methods, some go from conventional methods and some take the unconventional methods. Like they think out of the box.
Because there are so many people contributing to that. It's a very nice resource, without doubt. It's a very nice resource. It's also by an IISc guy, so I'm very happy about that. Arjun, yeah. So Arjun is a few years senior to me. Cool. So any suggestions you have for applied GATE course on how we can improve the course better for the next batch of students? Please feel free to be critical, because the more critical your feedback, the better it is for us to improve for the next batch.
The mock test I took, I was left with really hour, like 1 hour. Like if I start at 2 o'clock, I would complete the paper. Like the questions I know, I would attempt them. If I don't know, I would never go to them. Like I will try them. If I know there's something I didn't get or something mistake in my concept, I'll leave them. In such a way, if I complete them, I would left with like literally 45 minutes or more of that time. But original GATE exam was really.
Yes. So it's a very valid point, because set 2 is lengthier and trickier. So I think we fell into that student request. Last year, we had 2 mock tests which are hard, not just lengthy, but hard. Students complained saying in the last 5-6 years, there is no hard paper. Why are you just demotivating us? So this year, we did not have very hard questions. But as a matter of rule now, from this year, in every year, we will have at least 2 harder, lengthier, and trickier mock tests. Because we want people to prepare for the reality that they might get a hard test. We are not good. I mean, that's a very valid point. even when we introspected and thought about it, this is something that we're going to do from next year without any fail. Like, let students complain, that's okay. Even for the next 10 years, if it's going to be easy paper, so be it. We're going to have at least 2 hard and tricky, lengthier papers for sure.
Like the original GATE exam was completely different from what I experienced in mock tests. Questions were jumbled, paper was lengthy, and initially, first when I attempted the CS core subjects, I got 2-mark questions. The first 2 questions I left, like it's from OS and CO. As CO, I was a little weak, so I left the question. And I thought whatever happens, it happens. I need to complete the whole paper, because I thought if I complete till the last of the paper, maybe I could get some marks. So like I would get definitely above 50, literally, because every every what do we say, the year papers, like previous year's questions, every year questions were like you would definitely get above 50 marks. The other 50 marks you should
even in Set 2, if you only attempt easy questions, you would get 53 marks without silly mistakes. And the jumbling of questions, right, is only there from this year. It was not there last year. That's why we could not incorporate that into our mock tests. From now on, we'll jumble it for sure.
And I followed the same strategy. Maybe he would jumble, but I shouldn't change my strategy. So I thought I would definitely first go through first 25 questions, then aptitude. But this time, the first 25 questions took me like nearly 1 hour 15 minutes, I think so, because more 2 marks questions were in that first 25 questions.
But there are also more scoring.
Next I attempted aptitude. Aptitude took me half an hour this time. Like some small questions, even I couldn't attempt. I think because of the stress I felt in jumbling of the questions or 2 marks questions on front of me, I couldn't attempt aptitude in 10 or 15 minutes. I took 30 minutes. I know I'll take my time, but I need to score, because aptitude is literally scoring.
Yes.
Than core.
Very scoring.
Like if you get, I know I would get at least 12 out of 50, I thought. So even if I get 12 out of there and 20 marks in 20 in single answer question, 1 mark questions, and some more marks in, I would definitely get 55 plus. Then I would generally get NIT.
Yeah. So I like your strategy. Did not panic so much for a hard paper. You said, let me give my best. I will do my best without panicking a lot. I think a lot of students that I've spoken to who have done well on Set 2 are those people who did not panic in the exam. We have talked to a lot of really good students who performed well in our mock tests, etc., who got Set 2, who panicked and they messed up the whole question paper because they were thinking I have to score 70 plus marks, 80 plus marks. On the other hand, you said I have to score 55 plus. That's a very nice, simplified attitude to have in the exam.
And I would recommend students to stay calm and composed throughout the exam. Like even if you get an easy question, the questions, the easy questions I got, like literally I made mistake in those. Like I've got questions like how many laterals in DLD question.
Yes.
How many laterals in solving the equation. It's an easy question. I thought very easy, and I made a mistake in that question. And I even made a mistake in at calculus subject, Lagrange's theorem, I think so. That question was
simple question.
You need to. That's very simple question, and I made a mistake in that too. The questions where I felt excited, like oh, this is very easy, I shouldn't miss this, I messed up.
Got it.
You need to stay calm and composed.
Well, I think you got slightly excited or overconfident there, seeing an easy question in the midst of a lot of lengthy questions. And I think you made mistakes there. That's a good point. Any question? Yes.
At last of the exam, I've solved that TOC Mealy mission or moon mission. That question. I know I did practice as well for TOC and CD. So I thought I should never give up on TOC and CD. So even it is slightly trickier, I thought I would give, and I got the. But while attempting, like it's a last question of my question paper. I mean, not last question. I attempted it last. So that question, I felt excited when I got the diagram, like a mission diagram. So I got the answer. Then checked the options. The options, while checking the options, I've eliminated options. Like the time is running up, and I put the wrong option. Like the alternate option I need to check, but I have only checked one condition, like y is equal to some condition and t is equal to some condition. Like I checked only one condition, I put that. After a response sheet, I got to know that that's another option.
Okay, got it.
So
got
you need to stay very calm.
I think your focus on TOC and CD also helped you in set 2 because there are 19 marks from TOC and CD, and I think 15 questions were easy. Four marks were 15 out of 19 marks were easy. I think only 4 marks were slightly tricky. Rest everything, if you're cool, I think you can get 15 out of 19 there for sure. Got it. Very nice talking to you, Chaitanya. Thank you very much for sharing your journey. I'm sure it'll certainly guide and also inspire the next batch of students on how to prepare, especially if you start late, because you're somebody that started in August, and by the time you completed 2 subjects, you're already in October. But the most important thing is you kept your cool, put in your 6 to 8 hours a day without losing the focus till the last minute of the exam. That's a very nice lesson to learn from you.
Complete subjects like because in after August, my 5th sem examinations are held, like not 6th sem examinations are held in the month of December, I think so. Like I would attend 6th sem examinations, lab examinations, and again 7th sem's lab work.
Time there.
Yeah. So it took me up to January for completion of the syllabus. Like
that's okay. At the end of the day, everything worked well, so it's okay. Even if it took more time, it really doesn't matter now looking back. But great lessons to learn from you.
The concepts you taught were easier. Mainly that undecidability concept. That
is if you ask me one topic in the whole GATE syllabus which I'm most proud of, I would say it is undecidability, because I literally sat on that single topic for almost 3-4 days, and I asked myself, if I were a BTech second year student, how would I teach myself? So it was a nice experience for me. It was a nice challenge also, because a lot of people said this is a hard topic, very hard to teach, but I enjoyed that process, even though it took longer time, thanks to the help of all my team, who got me so many resources, so many blogs. They drew so many diagrams. We went back and forth, but it was a nice experience for us also. And I'm happy students like that.
And that newly added concepts to CD, comparative design.
Live analysis. There was a question.
That, they won't give much depth in that, because those were newly added, so they won't give much depth into that questions. So I read I used to read like what is the intuition behind it, what is live, if I read them, and the question is on the same thing. Like
exactly.
If
you just watch the videos, you can solve that. It's that easy question.
I know GATE won't give that much depth into newly added topics, so I thought
that's a good point. That's a very nice
chances like this.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry.
Concepts are good. It's more than enough. Like what you thought was more than enough. Maybe we could miss 1 or 2 points. That's they won't give it, because if they give new question, that will be new to everyone. So
yeah, we try to cover everything, but we still think there are a couple of concepts where we can do better by adding more solved problems, more things like that. Because we have got some good feedback from our students. I, along with my whole team, will add those concepts in the next 2 to 3 weeks for sure. And I think I personally felt that there was a very constructive criticism and constructive feedback from our students. We don't think of it as criticism, we look at it as feedback. Like I think you mentioned that we can add more examples in databases with clustering. That's a very nice feedback. And we will surely add that, especially with B+ trees and concepts like that. Because if I were a student, I would like to see more examples myself.
And apart from that, you need to add examples in OS too.
Which topic?
OS, you need to add in that paging, virtual demand paging, those things. You need to add 2 or more solved examples.
Solved problems.
But the best thing you did was you used to do live sessions.
Yes.
You used to do live sessions. I wasn't in that running. Like used to give for batches, right? Like I started in August. I never thought about attending your live sessions because I never completed my concepts only. So how can I get that things into my head? So at the end of completion of my concepts, I used to check. Then you used to add that videos to them. So I used to check how you solve them, how you got that added me like those worked as solid examples level.
Oh, good point. Good point. See, even though you could not attend the live sessions, you watched them after you completed all the concepts. And those were surely solved problems, of course. They are new solved problems that we are adding for sure. Yes, that's a good point. Cool, Chaitanya. Thanks a lot on behalf of our whole team for taking the time and sharing your learning experiences, because they will surely help a lot of students after you. And also they will help us on improving our own course for the next batch of students. Thank you very much.